some parts came in today, and I wanted to kind of do just a basic comparison because these things are massive. So this is a 1/24 scale tire. This is an Endura. Actually, I don't even know what this is. But this is about 2¼ inches. And so this is for a 1/24 scale. And this is a 10th scale, a 1/10 scale tire, and this is about 4½ inches tall. And I have an SCX6, and I haven't really done anything with it. I ordered some parts for that, and they just arrived today. Look at how big these things are. Compared to these other tires, I mean, that's massive. So these are, I believe it says on them, 7½ inches tall. Let me get these out of here. These are massive. That is crazy. So I wonder how big these are compared to the tires that came on it. Basically, I wanted this particular set of tires because they have these in 6th scale, 10th scale, and 1/24 scale. And so I actually wanted to put a set on each one of my scale Wranglers. Let me actually show you my 24th scale. So this is my 24th scale Wrangler. I still have to get a set of these tires for this scale. But this is kind of the route that I was looking at taking my 6th scale. I got the gray version, so I have the gray stock body. But anyway, I'm gonna mount these on some wheels. And let me tell you something. 24 scale is, like, I really like that scale. And parts are really inexpensive for the most part for the 24 scale. For the 6th scale, not so much. You're gonna be, shelling out some dough for a 24 scale set of tires. I think usually I'm paying like between $16 and $25 for all 4 tires. I believe these are right around 30 to 30, and so you're all in $70 for a set. For these ones, it's $50 for a set of 2, and so you're shelling out $100 for a set of tires on average. These are a name brand, but also you still need wheels if you're planning on upgrading the wheels from the stock plastic stuff. It seems like there's hardly anything, at least that align with my tastes. For a 6th scale wheel, the best ones, in my opinion, or the best looking ones, in my opinion, were these ones. I liked the look of these wheels. They're just plain black, 6-spoke. I wanted really something with a little bit thinner spokes and more like space to see through the wheel. I like the way that looks better than something that's like mostly covering up this space and there's only like a bunch of little tiny holes through it, or none at all. But these are $90 for 2 of them. I was looking at these for a long time and I was like, man, like, can I justify $180 for 4 wheels? Like, anyway, today let's see if we can mount these Trail wheels on these Pro Line Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X mud tires. These are mud tires, right? It says for off-road use only, not for highway use. Probably can't see that at all. Trust me, it's there. Okay, so let's put these bad boys on there. Okay, so these are directional. Which direction should I have them going in? I feel like this way rather than this way, right? Because it would be pushing like, out instead of in. All right, all together, I think it looks pretty good. That's the other tires comparatively. That is so crazy. This is a big, big tire. All right, all together, just for comparison, this is a 10th scale width, and this is a, oh, where are you going? 24 scale for width. How big are these? 3 wide, 7.5 tall, 2.9 wheel. I think they look pretty good. Black's always in style. Oh, I should actually compare the stock tires I'm taking off, because it still has stock everything on it. So these are the new tires and wheels. These are the stock tires and wheels from the SCX6. And this is how much bigger these new ones are. Yeah, they're wider too. Gosh, I mean, you can't really see that on camera, but I think these are going to be pretty cool. Hopefully not too gigantic and unusable, but I actually haven't seen anybody running these on a Wrangler. I think I might have saw them on the I think it's called the Trail Honcho, and that might be have like bigger wheel wells or something. I don't know. I still got to pick one of those up, but that's probably a ways out still. I'm putting these on right now, so that's why I got this one off. And then I was going to do some minor modifications like the drive shafts, the front diff cover, and I think that's it. With the body, it's going to be a lot of 3D printed stuff. For now, I'm going to go finish putting these guys on and see how that looks. I got a couple of these tires on, working on this side, just about to put these on, so we'll see how this goes. You know, what concerns me though is this servo, because it was already really, really weak at turning these tires. So with these new ones, this is probably going to have to be my next upgrade. I did put the drive shafts on though that I got. So these drive shafts that are in here are new. Still got to do my diff cover, but I'll do that after the tires. All right, so I wanted to weigh the original tires and wheels to the new ones I got. So let's see, 460 grams. Versus 644, so that's like 184 grams per wheel and tire. So that's quite a bit, you know, if you add up all four of them, 184 each, so on each corner. So that's interesting. I did weigh this and I wrote them down. I'll have to go find that in my notes, but I did weigh each of the four corners. I don't have corner scales. I just use this. And to set the other 3 tires on while I was weighing one side, I actually printed a little 3D printed square that went under the tire that was the exact height as the scale, so I could get the most accurate reading I could. All right, so last tire going on. Those are massive. I mean, that is crazy. Compared to stock, like, those look mean though. I think those are going to be really cool. So I finished putting on the diff cover as well. So got a brass diff cover here. Drive shafts are now metal. So I got new drive shafts put in there. What else did I do? I think that's it. That is pretty much it. Okay, so I got the wheels and tires on. They're on the chassis back there. I got the drive shafts in, and the diff cover on the front. Other than that, that's just like it came from the factory. Except for the rock rails, I actually put my own rock rails on there. But I am going to switch those out and put these carbon fiber reinforced, this other set on there. So I'm working on the body right now. So this is the original body that came with it. And I took all the OEM stuff off and I put it on that body. So I'm gonna recreate just about everything for this body from my own models. So I've already started. I put a bunch of stuff on here. So some of the stuff I'll just buy another set. So like the mounting, the body posts, bought a set of those for the front, a set for the back, and then I made my own fender delete kit because I got a steel one and it was like 240 grams or something like that. For this, for all 4 pieces on this fender delete kit, it's like 40 grams. This is just PLA, but I'm pretty sure it will hold up, and if it doesn't, I can just reprint it and I can try the carbon fiber reinforced stuff. So these are they're a little bit customized. They say 1941 on them. I printed my own door hinges, hood hinges, tailgate hinges, Any other hinges? I'll redo the back window hinges, but I haven't actually done these ones yet. I put my own door handles on here. You can actually see there I put the 7-slot Jeep grill into the door handle. So I thought that was pretty cool. I actually like those door handles better than the stock ones. Then I created some panels for the back window, so these will be used. I gotta redo my mounting system for these because they're a little bit loose. But it's so I can carry around like a fire extinguisher in this mount and a gas container or water container in these mounts. And then these actually work. You just twist it and then you can pop it off. But anyway, I made my own fuel cap on the back. So that I actually like this one better than the stock one too. Ooh, Dremel. Okay, so on the back I also remade the rear tailgate handle, and that says Jeep now. So a couple things, I'll probably buy the lenses, the rear tailgate, the taillights, and then I'm remaking this outer piece right now, and I printed a couple license plates, and then I'll just switch them out depending on what I want the license plates to say. So this side, same thing. I have a little mount here for carrying, I don't know, these containers. These are my own Model 2, so it's got the little bleeder head on it, the valve cap. And I think these turned out pretty good. They look similar to something else out there, but I won't say what. Fender delete kit, obviously, and it actually fits pretty well. It fits the curvature of the body. Oh, I also made a little bullet antenna. Can't really make that out. I really need to get a better camera for up close stuff. But so far, that's pretty much it. I did print the Rubicon lettering on this side, so that's actually 3D printed. I don't really like how that particular set of letters came out. Plus I mounted them a little bit low, but whatever. What I'm doing right now is I have marked out holes. This is how basically I got the pilot holes on there, and I'm actually going to put this back on and then just drill through the holes I put in this. So this is a jig for a roof rack that I made for this, and it's basically a copy of the Chief Products roof rack that you can buy for a WK2 Grand Cherokee. I have one on my Jeep and it's super awesome. It's the best roof rack I've ever come across. So basically I made a tiny version for the 6th scale. I was remaking a bunch of my models, and that was one of the first ones I did. So basically this jig sits on top, and all it needs to do is line up with the center line at the front. Okay, so basically I just aligned it with this center line. It has 4 pieces of tape, a couple up here and then just one right back here on either side. And then I just mark out where all the little pilot holes are, and then those will line up with where I put the heat set inserts on the roof rack. So hopefully goes all together. So there's 4 bars in total, and the front bars actually have an additional heat set insert and a mounting spot that I put in there for a light bar. So the rack will mount to the top of the Jeep. The light bar will hopefully attach to the mount. So I'm gonna get that put in and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so this is basically how it's gonna work. So I just find the hole here. Okay, one side's done. Okay, so both sides are done. Hopefully my jig worked out and those align with my rack. Okay, so now that the holes are drilled, you can see that where they kind of lined up. So what I'm going to do, because the heat set inserts are made for M3 hardware, I'm going to ream these out a little bit so I can fit an M3 bolt through there. Okay, so holes have been reamed out a little bit, and I can just take one of these M3 machine screws and drop right in there, and it fits really nicely. Okay, so these are the rails. These are carbon fiber reinforced PETG. So you got one that goes in the back here, and then a short one that goes up here. Same on the other side. Just like so. So then the crossbars will be drilled into the top, similar to a real roof rack. Oh, and then on the bottom is where I've sunk those heat set inserts. So there's 3 on this one, and then 2 on the short one. Okay, so those are the bars installed, and they look pretty good. And then these ones, this is what I don't know if it's going to fit yet, because this is my first attempt. So I basically took a basic measurement of the light bar with the mounts on it. Then I added to this little model a little platform with a pre-sunk hole in it, so I could drop a heat set insert in there. And so hopefully those are far enough apart that I can just mount the light bar mounts directly there, and everything will hopefully line up. Okay, it works well enough. It was off maybe like, I want to say 4 millimeters. So I can just print a shim that goes in between that screw and the light bar, but it does work, and it's at the right angle, but I can adjust it. So basically that's where the light bar is going to run. So let's get the crossbars on that roof rack. All right, so the way this works is I just drilled a M2 screw down where I'm going to add some crossbars. Just slip those in there and just lay them on the other side for now. Okay, and then I'll just drill on the other sides. Okay, so there's a few of the cross beams in, or crossbars. Okay, so I ended up adding that center bar in the back. It still has 2 spots, or spots for 2 more bars, but I think that rack looks pretty good. So I guess on to the next. So few things I need for the front. I need side mirrors, I need the front hood vents, and I need the windshield wipers. So I'm going back and forth between whether I want to buy some or make some. So I guess that's where I'll head next, probably. So this is what I came up with. So this is printed with a 0.4 nozzle. And then I also tried with a 0.2 nozzle. 0.2 looks a little bit better. I think they turned out pretty good though. So this is actually what's going to replace the stock back, and this plate is actually, it's held in there. It actually moves around a little bit, but the tabs on the outside actually hold it. So I actually think it looks pretty good, and I can customize, whatever I want this upper part to say. All right, so this is kind of where we're at. I finished installing the roof rack, and the light bar is mounted now to the roof rack. It was a little bit wide, so I had to print some shims. My mounting holes were a little bit wide, so I had to print some 1.5 millimeter shims for each side of that light bar. But overall, it works really well. The roof rack looks pretty good in my opinion. That's kind of how it looks, which I think it's pretty cool. I might still install these 2 bars, I'm not really sure. I guess it depends on what I end up putting up there. Something else I changed was on this fender delete kit that I made. With those new tires, it was rubbing a lot, and I couldn't turn full right or full left without it hitting down here. And so these are actually thinner than the original set that I created. So that works to take this wall of this fender away from the tire. On the inside, these things are the stock things that come with the fenders. They have the little wire hooks on them to route your wires, and I actually shaved all of those flat, and then I switched out the hardware for shorter hardware, so these slip down over the fender wells a lot easier than with the stock stuff, because it had a good, I don't know, sometimes maybe a ½ inch or something like that of material, of that plastic material on the inside, and it was really hard, so you had to push the body down and then pull out on the sides to get it over those. I don't have to do that anymore. So on the inside here, you can see that I shaved out a little bit of the body here and on that plastic piece, and then this I modeled it to align with the area that I shaved off. So I have a little bit of room here that I can take it back even further out that way. But I'm going to try this and see how much rubbing I get. If it's hooking the body and just torquing on it, I need to fix that. So a little rubbing's fine. I just don't want a lot of rubbing. So you can see the down here, the wire for the light bar, I ran it through here. So there's actually a channel under this bar where this wire goes and kind of slips down through and then down into the body. So it's not crushing this wire when it goes under it. So I'm gonna get this on just to see basically how this looks. Still a few things I need to do, like the side mirrors. I need to do these hood vents. I need to do the windshield wipers. Oh, finish the new license plate mount. So that mount and the license plate are new. I think that looks pretty cool. I even have tabs that are good, at least for a year. So yeah, I think that looks pretty badass. Got the new Jeep tailgate door handle. So I think we're ready to put this on that, and just to see how it looks. I have the body posts now, so we can actually mount it in the front and in the rear, and those actually worked perfectly with this new mount that I made. So let's get it on there. Okay, that looks pretty badass. That's smoking. That is cool. I think that looks really dope. That looks pretty badass. So if we turn the tires, yeah, it's right up there. But I think that I will be able to clear that. The next model's down. So these, I didn't have another set of these side mirrors. So for this one, I just finished this model. This was my tester. So this is printed with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. And check this out. Bang! Folding mirrors. Awesome! So that turned out pretty good. I think they look really good. Pretty much identical to the stock ones, except now they're folding. Next, I don't know if I'm gonna do the windshield wipers or these vents. I think actually what I'll do is the headlight. I saw some like headlight protectors or something like that. So I think I'll try to model my own set of those, and then just maybe drill 2 holes in on either, or 1 hole on either side of the light, and then that's the way I'll mount that. I got to figure out how much room I have behind it between the actual like headlight buckets though. So, and then what the shortest screws I have too. Oh, and these things, I also need the hood latches. So that's 4 things. As far as like cosmetic stuff goes, that's 4 things I need: windshield wipers, vents, headlight stuff, the hood latches. So far so good. Stay tuned. I think that's all I've got for this video, but you know, I plan on finishing the rest of the models for this body. I'll continue kind of working on this and see if I can finish the rest of the models for the body anyway, and then see if there's anything else we can do to the chassis. But this is pretty much my first pass on upgrades, and stay tuned for the second pass, I guess, because that is when we'll be taking this thing out and running it around and seeing what it can do.